according to a new book by New York Times reporters, you were the leading voice in the administration to release the Epstein files. There are still more than 2.5 million files that have not been made public. The survivors want them made public. Can you commit right now that you will push to have them made public, even if they are duplicates or there's more redactions?
So we absolutely want to make those documents public, but there are a couple of things. First of all, we have to protect certain victims that can appear in those files. And the second thing, Nora, is some of those files, as I understand it, 2.5 million files is a lot, but some of those files, as I understand it, are actually things that are under court seal. So for us to release those files, we need the approval of certain jurisdictions, certain courts. We've actually applied to release files and had the courts say no. So we're going to comply with the law, but we absolutely are committed to full transparency here. But here's the thing, Nora, just about this story, to zoom out a little bit. There is this media narrative out there, I think driven by certain congressional Democrats, that Donald Trump, who the files show turned Epstein into the police, they say that Donald Trump somehow did something wrong with Jeffrey Epstein. That just isn't supported by the evidence. Donald Trump thought Epstein was a creep. Turns out he was right when so many others were wrong.
Well, what I hear is the concern that people say, other than Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, no one's been held accountable.
Yeah, and we want to hold more people accountable, absolutely. But you've got to follow the evidence in this case. In some cases, you have evidence of wrongdoing, but not something where you can actually prosecute somebody. In some cases, you have things that happened 20 years ago where the people who were involved, either they won't speak to a prosecutor, or you just don't have the evidence to bring a case, even if you think something might happen. So we absolutely want justice for everybody. I got to tell you, Nora, I've always been creeped out by this story because Jeffrey Epstein knew a lot of rich and powerful people and seemed to run in these circles while he was doing some very disgusting things with young girls. The story has always creeped me out, but we can't just prosecute people because we think something is wrong. You can only prosecute people if you've got the evidence to prove the wrongdoing.